The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of February 17, 2025 are here. Next week, fans can expect Kyle Abbott to get suspicious. Diane Jenkins Abbott unveils her big plan. Also, Phyllis Summers commits some sabotage. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up next week in the CBS soap opera. Diane Jenkins Abbott's unveiling. Next week, expect Diane to get some plans together for a big redecorating project. Jack Abbott didn't want anything changed at all. Diane promised that she wouldn't do anything major without Jack's approval, but promised not to affect the house's memories. Diane also asked Tracy Abbott for her help. So Diane's big reveal might just impress Jack if she chooses to change very little. Summer Newman's jealousy. During the week of February 17, expect Summer Newman to continue having tension with Claire Grace Newman. Summer is reconnecting with Kyle, especially with Harrison Abbott's activities pulling the parents closer. However, Kyle knows Summer well and could call her out. Summer seems to be taking advantage of Claire's insecurities. So Kyle might try to squash that right away before Summer toys with Claire too much. Of course, we could start to see Claire's claws come out. Even though Claire seems sweet after her treatment, everyone has a dark side. Just how vicious will Claire get when Summer threatens to take away Kyle? Victor Newman is determined to control his family's lives even while recovering from a gunshot wound. Plus, will Victor finally get word that Ian Ward isn't really dead? Or maybe that Ian's body went missing? Phyllis Summers sabotage. Next week on The Young and the Restless, spoilers suggest that Phyllis will take part in some sabotage. Even though Phyllis won't admit it yet, she seems to have growing feelings for Billy Abbott. However, with Billy and Sally Spectra off in Paris, Phyllis might come up with a plan. Phyllis might claim that she's just worried about her friend. However, Daniel Rumalotti could warn his mother not to interfere with Billy's romance. When has Phyllis listened to anyone, though? There should also be an update with Damian Kane and Holden Novak. Everyone seems to be warning Nate Hastings about his half-brother. However, what is Damian's real story? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of February 17, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, February 14, reveal that Sally Spectra will haunt Adam Newman, while Phyllis Summers dances with Billy Abbott and Nick Newman romances Sharon Newman. Friday's I and R episode will be a special one as the show celebrates Valentine's Day. It turns out there'll be some dreams and fantasies going on, so that'll bring some fun scenes and unexpected romantic turns. For starters, let's talk about Adam, who'd love the chance to reunite with Chelsea Lawson and put their family back together. Unfortunately, Adam will be haunted by the mistakes he made with Sally, who will pop up in his dream and remind him of all the pain he caused. This nightmare version of Sally might make Adam question if he can really be the man Chelsea needs him to be. However, Adam will end up dreaming of some close moments with Chelsea as well, and that dream could become a reality if she finally surrenders to what they're both feeling soon. As for Phyllis, it looks like she'll dream she's the one on the romantic Paris getaway with Billy. Those fantasy scenes will bring some dancing as Phyllis enjoys being the center of Billy's world, if only in her own mind. Meanwhile, Y and R fans can expect another dreamy Nick and Sharon situation. We all know Sharon's feelings for Nick are more than platonic, so it seems she'll fantasize about him romancing her and feeling the same way. Nick will kiss Sharon's hand and treat her like his queen, so she may be disappointed when she snaps back to reality. Sharon's romantic bubble should burst and leave her wondering if she's doomed to stay in the friend zone forever with Nick. Our predictions point to some other surprise couples being included in this Valentine's Day episode, so stay tuned for updates on more featured pairings. The Young and the Restless spoilers say love will get even messier than usual in Genoa City, so don't miss all the stunning news ahead. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, February 13, 2025 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Holden Novak to run into a familiar face. Meanwhile, Billy Abbott breaks some rules with Sally Spectra in Paris. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. Daniel Romalotti, Jr. uncertain. In tomorrow's episode, expect Phyllis to lay down some boundaries. Even though Daniel Romalotti, Jr. has accepted the position, he might be worried about his mother's next obsession. It seems that Phyllis refuses to believe that Sally and Billy's trip will be romantic. So it sounds like Phyllis is beginning to fixate on Billy, which means bad news for Sally. Phyllis Summers' boundaries. Of course, Phyllis might lay down boundaries with her own son. Phyllis might tell Daniel that her romances are off limits. After all, Daniel laid down that exact boundary with his mother not too long ago. 3. Another possibility is that Phyllis loses her temper when Billy doesn't answer the phone. Holden Novak's connection. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that in Thursday's episode, Holden will run into a familiar face in Genoa City. It seems this might be a romantic connection from Holden's past. Holden and Audra Charles didn't seem to recognize each other, so what are some other possibilities? Perhaps Lily Winters? Lily is long overdue for a fresh love story. It is also teased that Lily has a run-in with Damian King. It won't be a good one as Lily and Devon Hamilton Winters both warn Nate Hastings about his half-brother. Audra Charles' secret past. In the next episode, expect there to be some more clues about Audra's hidden past. Audra doesn't like to talk about her childhood, but did open up about her mother to Amy Lewis. Before that, Audra mentioned her alcoholic father to Nikki Newman. There have been drops about Audra's past as an artist. Remember when Audra first came to town, her past with Noah Newman was brought up. Noah mentioned that making business deals became more important to Audra than his art or even their relationship. Details weren't explained at the time, but this does sound interesting if it's brought up after all these years. So that's another story arc to possibly stay tuned for. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless scoop for Thursday, February 13, reveals Audra Charles has a past with Holden Novak. Also coming up, Phyllis Summers will make Nick Newman a promise. Plus, Lily Winters will run into Damian Kane. And Billy Abbott is working with a silent partner. My and our spoilers tease Billy will get a bunch of messages from Phyllis, asking him to call her back. So he will. She'll pick up and say she thought he was going to ignore her forever. "You're pretty hard to ignore, Phyllis," he'll reply. So he'll ask what was so important she couldn't wait until he got home. Phyllis will tell him her son has agreed to come on board. My and our daily scoop. Billy gives Phyllis the brush off for Sally. "That is terrific, but I specifically told you this could wait until I got back," he'll say. Phyllis will ask if she can run a couple of ideas by him. But Sally Spectra will walk up and start rubbing his shoulders. "No, Phyllis," he'll reply. "We can talk about this when I get back." He'll say goodbye and hang up. After Sally's asleep, Billy will sneak out into the living room and make a call. He'll tell the person on the other end of the team, and the funding is in place. Plus, he wants to know everything that's happened at Chancellor since Nikki Newman took over. As for Phyllis, she won't be happy, and then Nick will walk up. "Bad news?" he'll ask, and she'll make a face at him. She'll ask where Sharon is. "Could she possibly make it home without you, Nick?" Then she'll tell him she's fine but frustrated about something. However, she's also happy. She and Daniel Romalotti are going to be working with Billy at his new communications company. Nick will say he's happy for her, but he hopes he doesn't blow up this company like he always does. Phyllis will defend Billy, and she'll promise Nick that Billy is not going after the Newmans. Meanwhile, Nate Hastings will tell Lily and Devin Winters about what happened with his half-brother. He'll also tell them Damian owns all the companies he's worked for. Lily and Devin will say it sounds pretty sketchy. What does he have against Amy anyway? Lily will ask, and Nate will say they didn't get into it. Devin will tell him it sounds like he's making excuses for the guy. After all, he's his half-brother. But Nate will say Damian was like a coiled string. He was so angry. He didn't see his dad in him at all or himself. Young and the restless scoop. Damian literally bumps right into Lily. At Crimson Lights, Damian will tell Holden he wishes he dropped the whole thing and just stayed in lay. Now it's too late. He'll ask Holden how his mom could have lied to him and his dad their whole lives. But why tell him now? Holden will say she probably didn't want to die with this lie on her conscience. Damian will tell Holden he's grateful to him. "You're the only friend I ever had." Damian will say he's heading back to the hotel. He'll grab them some food first, and then they're going back to lay. However, as he's got bags of takeout in his hands at Society, he'll literally run into Lily. And as she sits down, Damian will look over at her, interested. Finally, back at Crimson Lights, Audra will walk in. "I was wondering when we'd finally have a moment alone," Holden will say. But she'll tell him they have nothing to say to each other. "And you better keep your mouth shut about the past," Audra will add. "I don't know you, and you don't know me. Got it?" Holden will say that's just not true, because we do know each other very well. Audra will tell Holden that was some ballsy goof he made, impersonating his boss. She'll ask what he wants from her, maybe nothing at all, but if it came right down to it, "You owe me big time." Audra will say she appreciates him not revealing their history to Nate. He'll ask if she and Tucker McCall are really over, and she'll say yes. Holden will wonder if she and Nate are the real deal. So Audra will tell him Nate's a good man, and no one's ever treated her better. Then Holden will say she doesn't need to worry. He and Damian are leaving town tonight. But will they? The young and the restless spoilers reveal that Sally Spectra may say 5 words to Billy Abbott after his secret revenge plot is exposed. Although Billy has assured Sally and others that he's no longer fixated on payback, his actions tell a different story. In Y&R's February 13 episode, Billy slipped out of the bed he was sharing with sleeping Sally and made a hush-hush phone call. It's clear that Billy didn't want Sally to hear the news he was passing along to his mysterious ally, which included updates on Abbott Communications funding and staffing. Billy also ordered a deep dive on Chancellor, so he wants to know everything that's been happening there since Victor Newman snatched the company up and put Nikki Newman in charge. Despite Billy's attempt to convince everyone that he's not going after revenge, it certainly seems like he still wants to retaliate. Billy may not be able to rest until he settles the score, so there are good reasons to worry about his hidden agenda. Phyllis Summers and Daniel Romalotti Jr. wanted Billy's guarantee that he wasn't focused on vengeance anymore. As far as Daniel and Phyllis are concerned, this whole venture needs to be a clean slate. However, Billy remains obsessed with what's going on at Chancellor, and the fact that Abbott Communications is a media company makes it seem like he's targeting Newman Media too. Billy tends to self-sabotage, so this storyline may be setting him up for another downfall. It seems likely Billy's going to crash and burn again, mostly because he's deceiving those closest to him. Jack Abbott only agreed to fund Billy's venture because he was supposedly ready to embrace a fresh start. You can bet Jack's going to be furious once Billy's vengeful goals come to light. That said, it may be Sally who's most disappointed in Billy once she learns what he's up to. Sally is bound to be upset now that Billy's deceived her about his true intentions. Once the real story comes out, Sally may be reminded of all the times Adam Newman lied to her face. It could leave Sally worried that she's signing up for more of the same in this Billy romance. Sally may ultimately say 5 words to Billy once she realizes she's been duped about his actual motives. "You lie just like Adam." Could the secrets Billy's keeping cost him his relationship with Sally, or at least cause a major setback? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy may have to make some strategy shifts once things blow up, so stick with us for more predictions on all the trouble ahead. We'll have other thrilling Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news for you, so drop by frequently for more Y&R details. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that while David Hamilton Winter's love life has settled down nicely since marrying Abby Abbott Newman Winters back in November, and now the character's portrayer has confirmed a new romance himself. The actor recently revealed a new lady love via social media, and all the details are below. Bryton James' Instagram offers clues. Earlier this year, James shared an interesting photo on Instagram of 2 people standing face-to-face with matching footwear. Still, while the image didn't show his social media followers who the people were, one of them was likely Bryton, and the other was the person he tagged in the photo, pro dancer Jahara Myers. Of course, Myers responded to James' January post with an infinity emoji and a brown heart emoji, and the actor, in turn, replied with an infinity emoji and an orange heart emoji. Could this mean just friendship, dating, or much more? Hard to say until February 11 hit. This is when Bryton shared a couple of sweet photos of himself and Myers, with James planting a kiss on Myers' cheek in the second photo. It was uploaded to Bryton's Instagram story, where he tagged Myers and wrote, "You make happy an understatement." The comment section factor. Of course, fans and friends hit the comment section with questions and congratulations. I&R's Lauren Lott, who plays Devon's sister, Anna Hamilton, wrote, "Oh shoot, it's official. She's stunning." It sounds like James is over the moon with his new relationship. James was previously married to Ashley Leisinger in March 2011, and in June 2014, he announced that the couple divorced but remained close friends. The actor also began dating fellow Y&R co-star Brittany Sarpy in May 2019, but it's clear that at some point, the two broke up. On behalf of everyone here, we wish Bryton James and Jahara Myers all the best with their new romance. What do you think of Bryton James' new romance? Comment below. Check out the Y&R on CBS Daily for your fill of Genoa City drama, and visit the site often for all the best Young and the Restless updates, news, and spoilers. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that 3 cheating stories may be brewing, so who's getting betrayed? Some painful moves could be coming up thanks to some tempting exes, so let's talk about all the strained couples and interlopers. For starters, we should address Summer Newman's growing feelings for Kyle Abundant, whether she might successfully steal him away from Claire Newman. The bond between exes can be awfully strong on Y&R, especially when kids are involved. Harrison Abbott has already been requesting more time as a family, so Summer may use that to her advantage. Now that Claire and Kyle's relationship is deepening, Summer will try to pump the brakes and launch her own reunion with Kyle. Whether that plan works or not, Kyle could at least be tempted to land back in Summer's bed. Audra Charles is another character who might face some temptation and stray from Nate Hastings. Since Holden Novak has a past with Audra and claims he knew her quite well in Los Angeles, there's a good chance they've spent some time between the sheets. Holden and Audra are connected through some risky secrets, so all their sneaking around could result in old desires bubbling up. We won't be surprised if Audra ends up sizzling with Holden eventually and betrays Nate in the process. 3. Billy cheats on Sally with Phyllis. Billy Abbott seems to be annoyed with Phyllis Summers most days, but that could change due to his hidden agenda. Since Billy is apparently still going after Newman revenge despite his previous claims, Phyllis may have a better reaction to that news than Sally Spectra. It's easy to imagine Phyllis getting back on board with Billy's vengeful scheme and using it to bond with him in the end. Phyllis wants to be the woman by Billy's side deep down, so she'd be smart to give him support and a reason to turn to her over Sally. At the very least, Billy could do some emotional cheating by confiding in Phyllis and leaning on her while leaving Sally in the dark. Of course, Phyllis might actually convince Billy to head to the bedroom with her, so that's an option to keep in mind for these former flames. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some cheating twists may be in the works, so stick with us for more betrayal predictions and updates on any couple setbacks ahead. The Young and the Restless spoilers and rumors tease with the danger over. Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman hope for an easy way forward with their relationship. The past danger may be over, but sadly for them, they face Victor Newman's disapproval and the growing jealousy of Summer Newman. Victor doesn't approve of Kyle for Claire. Victor has taken a firm stance against Kyle being a suitable partner for Claire. His disdain for Kyle stems from the fact that he is the son of Jack Abbott, and Victor harbors deep mistrust towards Kyle's loyalty to Claire. Not that long ago, Kyle was ready to betray his own family. Also, Victor perceives Claire as somewhat naive in matters of love, a quality shared with Victoria Newman. Claire should be wary of Victor's potential to intervene in her relationship, just as he did with her mother. Possibly, this could lead to her or Kyle facing arrest to thwart their romance, a scenario that seems all too plausible. Victor wants Kyle with Summer? Before things escalate, based on the episode that aired on February 10, it seems Victor's initial move will be to facilitate a reunion between Kyle and Summer. In this episode, he underscores the significance of Harrison Abbott witnessing the bond between his parents, and subtly suggests that Summer should consider rekindling her relationship with Kyle. Despite Claire's unwavering determination to win Victor's approval and Kyle's desire to elevate his relationship with Claire, Claire supporters should be concerned about the couple's prospects, much to Summer's dismay. With that said, we can envision a scenario where Summer takes her grandfather's advice to heart, reigniting the feelings she has long harbored for Kyle. Summer may take a page out of her mother's playbook. Summer might take inspiration from her mother, Phyllis Summers, and do whatever it takes to split up her cousin and ex. This could involve uncovering the full story of Claire's involvement in Jordan's death and revealing it to Kyle, trying to seduce her ex, or even playing matchmaker for Claire with someone else. It's likely that Summer has a few tricks up her sleeve. Who knows, she might even use all three strategies. If Summer manages to grab Kyle's attention during a rough patch in his relationship with Claire, he could end up spending a night with her, which he would later regret. After swearing Summer to secrecy and deciding to stay with Claire, Summer might find out she's pregnant. This shocking news could create a huge problem for both Kyle and Claire. Both Summer and Claire pregnant? In a different scenario, let's consider that Summer and Kyle are starting to bond again while he's dealing with problems with Claire. He feels caught between two cousins, but enjoys the comfort of being with Summer. Just as he starts thinking about getting back together with Claire, she finds out she's expecting a baby. This news could pull Kyle back toward Claire. But what if this happens? Both Summer and Claire are pregnant with Kyle's babies. If nothing else, this scenario would be interesting and definitely soapy. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Jack Abbott told Victoria Newman and Claire Grace Newman his true feelings about Victor Newman's survival. It would be just like Victor to fake his own kidnapping, knowing full well Jack would be accused. What if there is a twist, though? What if Victor really does get kidnapped, but not by Jack? Keep reading and let's talk about the possibility. Ian Ward's shooting. Fans recall that Victor and Ian Ward were both shot during an ambush at the ranch. Victor survived his shooting, and it was believed that Ian died from his wound. However, fans know that Ian opened his eyes in the ambulance. It wasn't known what happened after that. It seems that the Newman family believes Ian is dead, giving them a false sense of security. Jack Abbott's brutal confession. After Victor got out of the hospital and returned home, he admitted to being in a lot of pain. Victor seems a lot more fatigued than usual, too. Jack did stop by to see if Nikki Newman was okay, but Victor was rude as usual. Later, Jack and Diane Jenkins Abbott approached Victoria and Claire. As the Newman women expressed relief over Victor's survival, Jack made a pretty brutal statement. Jack bluntly told Victoria and Claire that he rather enjoyed getting a taste of a Victor-free life. Jack saw the horrified look on everyone's faces, but did not apologize for his feelings. That could come into play later on. Victor Newman kidnapped. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor is getting a lot of backlash over trying to control Claire's relationship. Victor also got a lecture from Nick Newman about Victor pushing Summer Newman to spend more time with Kyle Abbott. Jack even warned Victoria that she would understand once Victor really starts interfering in Claire's life. Claire thinks she can recognize manipulation because of her history with Jordan. However, as the weeks go by, Claire could notice more alarming and controlling behavior from her grandfather. Unexpected frame job? With no one realizing Ian is alive, could Victor end up getting kidnapped? It would be easy to see the Newman family thinking that Victor is playing another mind game. It wouldn't be the first time Victor has done something like this just to test his children's loyalty or to force someone's hand. However, what if the police start suspecting Jack or even Claire? While they would be innocent, could Jack and Claire end up saving Victor from Ian's next plan? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless writers have nothing on Bryton James when it comes to crafting a mystery that gets people talking. In January, the Daytime Emmy winner shared to Instagram a cryptic photo of two individuals standing face-to-face in matching footwear. The image didn't show us who they are, but it seems safe to assume that he's one of them. It is on his page after all, and the other is Jahara Myers, the gorgeous dancer that he tagged. Myers responded to the post with an infinity emoji and a brown heart emoji, a combination that generally represents love, connection, and appreciation. James, in turn, replied with an infinity emoji and an orange heart emoji, the latter of which usually equates to warmth and affection, admiration and friendship, or all of the above. On February 11, James shared a couple of sweet pics of himself and Myers. He even steals a kiss on the cheek in the second of the two. In an Insta story, he told her, "You make happy an understatement." While the actor's followers jumped to the conclusion that the twosome are a couple, Lauren Lott, who played Devin's sister Anna, exclaimed, "Oh shoot, it's official, she's stunning." The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that fans have been buzzing with speculation, since actor Nathan Owens hinted that his character has a link to a lady in Genoa City during an interview with Soap Opera Digest. Who could this be, and is it the last person viewers are expecting? Nathan and Audra, fake it till you make it. On the Thursday, February 13 show, Holden will get reacquainted with someone from his past. It looks like the big mystery of who Holden knows in town could be solved very soon. As Holden has met Audra Charles on 2 occasions, many fans have dismissed the idea that she could be the leading lady from his past that Nathan Owens was teasing about. Still, what if this is a plot twist fans aren't expecting? What if the two shared a secret that is so big that they instantly decided to pretend they'd never met while in front of Nate Hastings? Would Audra sacrifice Amy Lewis's need to see her son and the truth to cover up a lie from both her and Nate? After all, when Audra first met Holden, he was introduced to her as Damian, and surely both knew he wasn't who he was claiming to be. Audra would probably continue with a charade, even if she knew Holden was lying about being Damian, if it meant not exposing a secret she's been keeping hidden for a while now. But what is their connection? Is Holden a part of Audra's family? Myle and our fans have seen a softer side to Audra as of late. She grew up in a toxic and dysfunctional family. Her bond with Amy has grown strong as the lady acts as a mother figure to Audra, something the brunette has yearned for a while now. Audra may be covering up something in her past where Holden is involved, but while viewers may naturally think that she and the man were possibly lovers, what if they were just friends or colleagues? Then again, could they be related? Could Holden be a cousin or potentially a half-brother? Maybe an adopted brother or someone the family fostered? The opportunities are endless. Is everything okay with one of our favorite legendary, The Young and the Restless stars? That's what a lot of fans and critics can't help but wonder, as it seems like Davidson is appearing to be more angry and perhaps even depressed as the days go by. The Young and the Restless alum Davidson angry and depressed? As many of our readers can recall, Doug had a hard time renegotiating his contract with the hit CBS soap. Since then, he hasn't managed to find any work in the daytime television industry. Instead, it seems like he's been spending a lot of time on social media, which has fans quite concerned. Just recently, Doug had something to say when one of his fans wrote, "We know Trump is going to %carrot up at some point, you can count on that. He proved it the last time. That is why he did not get re-elected. Same thing will happen again. We will know it." That's when he commented with, "You should sit down before you embarrass yourself further. The corrupt politicians are being exposed." Clearly, this is not the same Doug Davidson that a lot of fans used to know and love. But then again, a lot of people think that Doug needs to go back to the one place that he belongs, and that's in front of the cameras. The Young and the Restless. What's really going on with Doug? Paul Williams could be used in Genoa City much more than Doug on social media, arguing with critics that don't share his same political beliefs, right? We sure know that his fans would love to see him back on the canvas. So far, Doug himself has not made any comments about all of the speculation, but we will definitely update you with all of the latest details as they come in. Watch this space for more. The Young and the Restless airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. In the meantime, let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. Also, don't forget to come back right here for all the latest news and updates on your favorite celebrities, along with the latest spoilers from The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives. The Young and the Restless spoilers. A journey of letting go and new beginnings. Claire's struggle for peace in a world of turmoil. In the ever-turbulent world of Genoa City, where secrets and heartbreak intertwine with the daily struggles of its inhabitants, few stories have been as heart-wrenching and transformative as Claire's. Once fiercely determined to hold on to a love she believed was meant to be, Claire has come to realize that sometimes the most difficult choice is to let go, even if it means sacrificing everything she once held dear. Over time, as she observed the subtle shifts in the dynamics around her, one painful truth emerged: Kyle and young Harrison seemed happier in the gentle, caring embrace of summer. This realization left Claire questioning not only her own worth and the sacrifices she'd made, but also the very cost of the love she had fought so relentlessly for. For Claire, every day was a struggle to reconcile her past with the uncertain promise of the future. The devastating loss of Jordan had shattered any semblance of normalcy she once knew. The trauma of that loss cast a long shadow over her life, leaving her emotionally raw and mentally unstable. The haunting memories and unresolved grief made it impossible for her to settle into a life of contentment. Instead, she found herself continually caught between what she once desired and the stark reality of her present circumstances. In her heart, she questioned whether the persistent sorrow was the price she must pay for a love that was never truly aligned with her destiny. Every glimpse of Kyle's laughter and every shared moment between him and Summer only deepened the chasm within her. Claire couldn't help but notice how Kyle seemed to have finally found solace, and how young Harrison's bright eyes sparkled with the kind of innocent joy that had long eluded him when wrapped in the complexities of her turbulent love. Watching them together stirred a mixture of longing, regret, and the painful awareness that perhaps, in her relentless pursuit of a perfect union, she had inadvertently chained them to a love that was doomed from the start. It was a bitter pill to swallow. The love she had so fervently guarded was now a source of unending conflict, both for herself and for those she cared about most. Claire's moment of clarity. In a rare moment of soul-searching and brutal honesty, Claire recognized the mistakes and shortcomings that had plagued her journey with Kyle. She had clung to a love that, despite its intensity, became a prison for both of them. The weight of her errors was made even more unbearable by the realization that all of her sacrifices and relentless battles had left her isolated in a love that was as suffocating as it was unfulfilling. Even as the warmth of Kyle's smile and the gentle presence of Summer illuminated parts of their shared life, Claire began to see that her efforts to hold on had only deepened the wounds of a fractured relationship. Victor and others in the family had long cautioned her against a path that promised more heartache than healing. Their warnings, once dismissed as mere interference, now rang with the clarity of hindsight. They had tried to steer her away from a future that would only entrap her in the endless cycle of loss and regret. And as the truth unfolded, it became painfully clear that their concerns were not unfounded. The love that once burned so brightly now smoldered in the ashes of unresolved grief and unmet expectations, leaving a trail of sorrow in its wake. The decision to let go. In a moment of profound clarity, Claire realized that the only way forward was to relinquish the very love she had clung to for so long. The decision to step away was not born out of defeat, but rather from a deep-seated understanding that true love sometimes means letting someone go. With tears that carried the weight of both years of struggle and the bittersweet taste of liberation, Claire chose to leave. In a final poignant gesture of grace, she offered her blessing to Kyle and Summer, urging them to cherish one another and to care deeply for young Harrison. Her heartfelt words, "Please love each other and take good care of Harrison," echoed through the halls of their shared past. This farewell was not an abandonment, but a necessary step toward healing. Claire recognized that her own journey required a different kind of commitment, a commitment to her mental and emotional well-being. The tumultuous years of loss and hardship had left scars that demanded attention and care. Determined to reclaim her life, she decided to focus on mental health treatment, embracing the chance to rebuild herself from within. A new chapter begins. In this new chapter, the once ardent defender of a love that had caused so much pain would transform into a seeker of inner peace, guided by the gentle light of self-acceptance and healing. The support from the Newman family, ever present and unwavering, played a crucial role in her transformation. Victoria, in particular, enveloped her daughter in a warm, understanding embrace, symbolizing the strength of familial bonds in times of personal crisis. The Newman family's unity provided Claire with the reassurance that, even in the face of overwhelming loss, love could manifest in many forms: support, care, and the promise of a better tomorrow. Their solidarity was a testament to the idea that while one chapter may close in sorrow, another could begin with hope and the possibility of renewal. Looking to the future, reflecting on the past, Claire could no longer ignore the painful irony of her journey. She had fought so hard to hold on to a love that ultimately proved to be a double-edged sword. The very passion that once defined her had transformed into a source of isolation and heartache. It was a stark reminder that love is not solely defined by intensity or sacrifice, but also by the freedom to allow oneself and others to grow, even if that means parting ways. By choosing to step aside, Claire acknowledged the harsh truth that sometimes love requires letting go so that healing may begin. As Genoa City continues to witness the ebb and flow of fortunes and feelings, Claire's departure marks not just an end but a hopeful new beginning. Her journey is a compelling reminder that in the midst of loss and turmoil, the courage to accept one's own imperfections and to choose self-care can be the most profound act of love. With a heavy heart yet a resolute spirit, Claire embarks on a path toward healing, leaving behind the tangled web of past mistakes and the lingering shadows of old loves. The legacy of Claire's decision. In the wake of her departure, the legacy of her decision lingers in every tender moment shared between Kyle, Summer, and Harrison. Her blessing is a clarion call to cherish what truly matters: love, compassion, and the willingness to nurture those who bring light into our lives. And while the scars of the past may never fully fade, they serve as a reminder of the strength found in vulnerability and the transformative power of forgiveness. As Claire embarks on her journey toward recovery, supported by a family that has always been there for her, she stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The Newman family's steadfast presence, particularly Victoria's unconditional love, reinforces the truth that even in the darkest times, we are never truly alone. With every step she takes toward healing, Claire paves the way for a future where love is not defined by loss or regret, but by the promise of new beginnings and the unwavering support of those who truly care. In the end, Claire's story is one of bittersweet acceptance, a poignant tale of a woman who learned that letting go is sometimes the only path to finding oneself. Her choice to prioritize her mental health and to allow Kyle and Summer to pursue their own happiness is a powerful reminder that true love is not possessive, it is liberating. As Genoa City turns a new page, Claire's farewell resonates as a message of hope, that even in the aftermath of heartbreak, there is always a chance to rebuild, to heal, and to love again in ways that honor both our past and the promise of tomorrow. Adam Newman might be planning to swap scheming for matchmaking, per the young and the restless spoilers. In a twist no one saw coming, the black sheep of Genoa City might be playing Cupid for a couple that's been revolving around each other. We know Sharon wants to get back with Nick, but he has been trying to keep things platonic. Will Adam's involvement change things for the duo? Keep scrolling to find out. The young and the restless spoilers. Adam plays matchmaker. The young and the restless spoilers relay that Adam Newman might portray the role of matchmaker for this long-awaited couple. Even though Casanova's own love story is on pause right now with Chelsea, we think that down the line, Adam and Chelsea will be together once again. If that happens, Adam might try to help another fan-favorite couple reunite and start their own romantic journey again. Spoilers suggest Sharon Newman recently arrived at the Newman Ranch with a housewarming gift for Chelsea and Adam. Furthermore, she couldn't stop gushing about Nick, and it was clearly visible to everyone that she had developed real feelings for him. Now, we know Adam and Sharon have their own history, but nothing can stand against Chic, and it's been proven time and again. Moreover, Sharon has been through a lot over the last few months, and can definitely use some romance to finally help her heal. After hearing Sharon talk about Nick so passionately, could Adam push Nick back into Sharon's direction? Now that Adam is blissfully happy with Chelsea and Connor, he might fill in Nick about how amazing being in love is. He might also tell Nick that Sharon wants him too, which will motivate him to take action. We hope Nick and Sharon finally get together and become an endgame like Nikki and Victor. Let's be honest, the duo deserves to be with each other and has been through a lot together. Will Adam make it possible? We have to wait and watch. Until then, stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more such the young and the restless spoilers.